like it's been a minute since I've done a grief update for you guys. And this weekend was definitely a tough one. Friday was the 6-month anniversary. I don't know what to call it. It's like anniversary seems like a weird term, but 6-month anniversary of my dad passing. It's one of those days that you know is coming up. So hard to not cry. I tell myself I'm gonna film these videos in like moments of strength because transparently I do have a lot of those moments, which are typically shown by me just like posting normal videos when we're not talking about my grief, but it's really hard to talk about it and keep a straight face, so the tears are just going to be part of this video. But ever since the day my dad passed, I feel like your brain kind of like goes a million miles a minute and anticipates the days that you know you're gonna have to get through in the future. And Friday was one of those days that I have been negatively anticipating for a while. 6 months is tough. Like it feels really real. And I would say as time goes on, parts of grief become more manageable. But I feel like there's like a new chapter unlocked every day, month, and I'm sure year that goes by. I've heard from friends that have lost parents or loved ones years ago, and I've heard that sometimes like year 2, year 5, year 10 are some of the toughest times, which I think we're always told that like time heals all, give it time, in time this will get better, in time you'll learn to live without them, in time and time and time. However, I think time, as I've talked about many times on here before, is such a double-edged sword and such an interesting part about grief. Personally, I think from month 5 to month 6 has been one of the hardest points for me. Obviously, like the initial first couple weeks and month of my dad being gone were horrible. One of the most beautiful parts of time continuing to pass is finding comfort and answers in a lot of different signs coming through and trying to figure out new ways to connect and like talk to my dad and feel his presence. And I want to believe that he is still out there and he's still looking over me, just in a very different way. Every day that goes by, I just miss him more and more. One of the first initial feelings I remember being like so perplexed by in my grief journey was the fact that my world was crumbling and absolutely earth-shattering, yet the world continued to spin around me and people's lives continued to go. And like, just because your life is ruined doesn't mean that everyone else's is. I remember the day after my dad passing, looking out my window and seeing like people walking down the sidewalk and wanting to just shake them and being like, do you not understand like what's happening right now? Do you not know that like my world is falling apart? Like, how can you just be walking around like nothing's happening? Like, these people don't know me, by the way. Like, they have no idea who I am or what's going on in my life. But very weird sensation. And I think a lot of people who have either dealt with like a significant health crisis or a loss in their life have experienced this emotion. First and foremost, I just wanted to come on and talk to anybody who's also going through grief or hardship in their life right now and understand that there are going to be seasons to your life and there will be times for us to be at Coachella and celebrating and all of those things, and there's going to be times where you need to be hunkering down and taking time for yourself or taking care of business or whatever needs to be done. And for me, it's one of those times right now. I feel like I've been posting a lot of quote unquote like normal content lately, keeping it real and reminding you that social media is very much a highlight reel. And if you are scrolling through your feed this weekend and seeing everyone at Coachella living their best lives and staying in these crazy mansions, going and seeing Justin Bieber, like, also know that if you're not there, that's okay, and your reality is okay. This weekend has been a lot harder for me than I anticipated, and seeing everybody at Coachella and the world just like continuing to spin, people just living their best lives, is definitely hard to watch. So a reminder, you have the power to not scroll on social media. I've had a great day. I literally spent all day sitting right here on my floor just with the sun like beaming onto my face and listening to a podcast about grief and the science of grief, and listening to some of my dad's favorite songs, and journaling and writing to him. And that's what my weekend looks like. So if your feed is full of people sing Biebercella and you might feel a little bit like down that you're not there, or if you're going through a hard time right now and you feel a little bit alone because you're seeing everybody's highlight reels, just know that you're not alone, and it's okay to have moments of stillness in your life and seasons of stillness and seasons of sadness. And personally, I'm not really a music festival girly. Like, there will probably never be a time I go to Coachella, but like if there were to be a time, it's sure as hell not this year on the anniversary of my dad's death. So I am going to be sat here at home this year, but understand that life does ebb and flow, and there's so much positivity and happiness and so many smiles, not only in my future, but also in yours, to look forward to. And I think it's just as important to honor the sad, emotional times as it is to spend the time to zoom out and reflect on the happy times. If you are at Coachella this weekend and for some reason watching this video, soak it all in. And if you're feeling so happy, just like remember that feeling, be present in that feeling. Look around you, you're probably with your best friends, listening to your favorite artists. Like, that is what life's all about. That is such a beautiful feeling. And if you are in a moment of sadness, that is perfectly fine too. Both of those are what make us human. So no matter what season of life you are in right now, know that you're not alone. And just remember to take some time to be still and be grateful for where you are. Because although this weekend sucks really fucking bad and I miss my dad so much, I'm also grateful that only 6 months have passed and time is going to continue to pass. But how lucky am I that only 6 months ago did I get to feel his warmth and touch his skin and hear his laugh. So I love you, and I hope you're all having a happy Sunday. And I'm sending you lots of hugs and light, and no matter what your reality looks like right now, know that it's okay, and go have an amazing day.